Hey guys, bringing in about halfway through this project, we have a 98 Honda CRV. We're doing a radiator swap in. Actually wasn't too bad to get out. You'd have to pull the fans and unplug everything to get out. This bracket here, took off, just flipped it over out of the way. Gave us nothing to get out, but we'll walk you through it as we get going here. Here's the old radiator. Looks pretty good down here until you flip this around. If you look, you can see the bottom is all split out. Alright, this CRV has actually been in a wreck. This is a little bent, so when we get to the top where the little rubber mounts are, you'll see it's not as tight as it should be. Anyway, we got our transmission lines back on, overflow tube. Get the set down in there, and then we'll get our electric fans on it. Sit down there. Alright, now we gotta make sure we didn't lose our rubber biscuits, which we didn't. That's one thing I didn't show you guys. We did put the rubber bit back in here for the bottom mount. There we go, and they actually set down on there where they belong. That's encouraging. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to hook up the lower fan, the lower radiator hose. Just going to get my needle nose pliers. I would like to switch these clamps out instead of these wood-wheel with them. Try and turn them over so I can reach them. All I did is twist it around so I can reach it with my pliers. That sets on there nicely. Let's see, get my pliers back in there. Simple enough to get that hose on. You should go right like there, I do believe. Transmission lines hooking back up. The transmission. I'm doing all this, and then you watch. I'll end up having to hook these to get my cooling fans in. But we'll see. What's the worst smell, guys? In the comments. Rear end grease, burnt transmission fluid. I think it's a pretty close tie between burnt rear end grease and burnt transmission fluid. That's in there. Now, remember which fans went to what side. So we should go down here. This is where I'm going to fight the fans back in there. Guys, so I don't know if you saw or not, but we had two bolts down here that are slotted. You could put the bolts in ahead of time and then slide the radiator in the grooves. Two bolts here. And our fan, we got to plug back into the connector. When you take this, I took this off, I pulled this bolt out and this bracket came with it. So I put the bracket back in here first, then plugged our connector in for the fan for this side. This here gets put back in our overflow. To get my fat fingers to work. Okay, now for the other cooling fan here. This tab here goes down in the hole. There's a little square block bottom for us to slide it into. I don't know if you can see down in there, Zay. little block down there. And this is right over the top here. So we got 2 screws on top, 2 on the bottom. Once we get our clip down there, this thing here, we gotta walk it over a little bit because it's nice. So once we, this is our little rubber bushing for the top. We were missing that rubber there. Put that in. All our hoses are hooked back up. Both cooling fans are plugged in. Zayas just had an antifreeze now in water. He had the antifreeze ready, just add water. We should be good to go. Really, the hardest part was getting the clips lined up on the other side, but that's just because our fan shrouds have done a little bit. Nice to see it's not leaking out the bottom though. And make sure your fans are connectors are clipped up there, no wires are getting in the way of anything. Okay, we got it running. We added our antifreeze. It just got up the temperature. Let's put our cap back on after we got all the air out of it. It should be pretty good business. I just want to wait and make sure the cooling fans kick on. We'll call this one done. Hey guys, so that wraps up the video for the Honda CRV radiator replacement. Hope that helped you out. Got my teenager back on the road so he can get to work while we're working on this 34. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe.